Memo introduction: if you're looking for a simple, quick, and incredibly comforting dish that requires only a handful of ingredients and still delivers rich, satisfying flavor, you're in the right place. Today's recipe combines short macaroni, tender green peas, and a creamy sauce made from milk, vegetable broth, nutmeg, and cheese into a warm, cozy bowl of goodness. This dish is ideal for busy weekdays when you don't feel like spending hours in the kitchen but still crave something homemade and nourishing. It's also perfect for families with kids, because who doesn't love pasta with cheese? The peas add a pop of color and subtle sweetness while also bringing some valuable nutrients to the table. With just 6 main ingredients, pasta, milk, vegetable stock powder, nutmeg, frozen peas, and cheese, and a few easy steps, you'll whip up a well-rounded, filling meal in no time. And the best part? It's all made in one pot, keeping both the cooking and cleanup hassle-free. In this recipe, you'll get exact quantities, step-by-step instructions, and plenty of tips for variations, storage, sustainable choices, and more. Let's dive into the simple joy of cozy comfort food. Shopping cart ingredients: serves 2 to 3 200 grams short macaroni, or other small pasta like penne, elbows, or fusilli. 600 milliliters milk, whole milk recommended, but 1.5% also works. 1 tablespoon vegetable stock powder, preferably without additives. A generous pinch of nutmeg, freshly grated, if possible. 100 g frozen peas, do not thaw before use. 100 g grated cheese, e.g. Gouda, Emmental, or a mix optional. Salt and pepper to taste. 1 teaspoon butter for added richness. Fresh herbs, e.g. parsley or chives. For garnish, bowl with spoon. Kitchen tools: large pot or nonstick saucepan with lid, wooden spoon or spatula. Nutmeg grater, if using whole nutmeg. Measuring cup. Kitchen scale optional. Small pan for crispy topping. Woman cooks. Step-by-step instructions. 1. Prepare your ingredients before you start cooking. Have all your ingredients ready to go. Weigh out the pasta, pour the milk, get the broth powder and peas ready, and grate the cheese. If you're using whole nutmeg, grate a small amount in advance or keep your grater nearby for later. Freshly grated cheese is ideal for better flavor and melting quality, but pre-grated cheese from a bag also works just fine when you're in a rush. Tip: read through the whole recipe once before starting so you know what's coming next. 2. Cook the pasta in milk, the one-pot method. In a large pot, combine the milk and vegetable stock powder. Heat the mixture over medium heat, stirring occasionally to prevent the milk from burning. Once the milk begins to simmer, add the uncooked pasta directly into the pot. Yes, you read that right, the pasta is cooked right in the milk. This smart one-pot technique saves time and dishes and allows the starch from the pasta to enrich the sauce, resulting in a wonderfully creamy texture. Once it comes to a gentle boil, reduce the heat to medium-low and stir regularly. Make sure the pasta doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. Milk tends to scorch easily. Cooking time: about 10 to 12 minutes, depending on the type of pasta. Test occasionally, it should be tender but still slightly al dente. 3. Add the peas and nutmeg about 5 minutes before the pasta is done. Stir in the frozen peas. They'll thaw quickly in the hot milk and cook gently, keeping their bright green color and sweet taste. Now's also the perfect time to add the nutmeg. Grate in a generous pinch, about 1/4 teaspoon. Nutmeg pairs wonderfully with creamy, milky dishes and adds a warm, slightly nutty depth to the flavor. Tip: start with less nutmeg and taste before adding more, a little goes a long way. 4. Stir in the cheese and let it melt. Once the pasta is fully cooked and the milk has reduced into a thickened sauce, remove the pot from the heat. Stir in the grated cheese gradually until fully melted. The residual heat is enough to melt the cheese and blend it into the sauce, creating a luscious, velvety cheese coating for the noodles. Optional: stir in 1 teaspoon of butter for extra shine and roundness. 5. Taste and serve. Taste your creamy pasta now and adjust the seasoning if needed. Does it need more salt? A crack of black pepper? Maybe a touch more nutmeg? Once you're happy with the flavor, serve it up. Divide the creamy macaroni between deep plates or bowls. Garnish with fresh herbs like chopped parsley or chives. For extra indulgence, sprinkle with more cheese or a handful of crispy breadcrumbs. Green salad serving suggestion. This creamy pasta is a meal in itself, but here are a few ideas to make it even more special. With a green salad, a simple leafy salad with oil vinegar dressing adds freshness and contrast. With tomato salad, especially in summer, ripe tomatoes with red onion and basil make a lovely side. With smoked tofu or vegan bacon bits, for extra depth, add some pan-fried smoky tofu cubes on top. Light bulb tips and variations. Cheese wedge cheese swaps. For stronger flavor, try aged mountain cheese or sharp cheddar. For milder taste, young Gouda or mozzarella melts beautifully. Cheese lover? Mix different types for complexity. Seedling. Add more veggies. Dice carrots or bell peppers and cook them with the pasta. Small broccoli florets or zucchini cubes also work great. Add chopped spinach at the end for color and nutrients. Rice plant. Use other grains. Swap macaroni for whole grain or spelt pasta. Gluten-free short pasta works just as well. Seedling. Vegan option? Yes. Replace milk with unsweetened plant milk, like oat or soy. Use vegan broth powder, and substitute the cheese with vegan cheese or nutritional yeast for a dairy-free version. Ice storage and reheating. Ice in the fridge. Store leftovers in an airtight container in the fridge. Keeps well for 2 to 3 days. Fire reheating. Warm gently in a pan or microwave. Add a splash of milk or water and stir well while reheating to loosen the sauce. Receipt. Nutrition, per serving, approximately. Calories. 500–550 kilocalories. Protein. Approximately 20 grams fat. Approximately 18 to 22 grams carbs. Approximately 55 to 60 grams fiber. Approximately 5 grams calcium. High, thanks to the cheese and milk iron and vitamin C. Provided by the Peace Globe Sustainability and Shopping Tips. Milk. Choose organic or locally sourced milk for better sustainability. Peas. Frozen peas often have a better environmental footprint than imported fresh peas out of season. Cheese. Cheese made from pasture-raised milk or from local dairies supports more ethical farming. Broth powder. Avoid versions with artificial additives, or make your own veggie stock blend. Pushpin conclusion. This easy dish proves that true comfort food doesn't need to be complicated. The mix of warm milk, melty cheese, sweet peas, and a hint of nutmeg is not only kid-friendly but also totally satisfying for adults. And the best part? You can tweak and customize the dish endlessly. With minimal effort, in just 20 to 25 minutes, you get a delicious, hearty meal that soothes both stomach and soul. Whether it's a quick dinner, a comforting lunch while working from home, or a vegetarian hit for your next family meal, these creamy cheese macaroni with peas will surely become a favorite. Enjoy! Mediterranean pasta salad with farfalle, arugula, tomatoes, mozzarella, and pine nuts. Memo. Introduction. The Mediterranean pasta salad is a classic that no summer kitchen should be without. This recipe combines sun-kissed ingredients like aromatic cherry tomatoes, flavorful sun-dried tomatoes, tender arugula, creamy mozzarella balls, and crunchy pine nuts with a well-balanced tomato vinaigrette. The base is made up of al dente farfalle pasta, which absorbs the dressing perfectly and adds a delightful texture. Especially convenient, this salad tastes amazing both warm and cold. It's ideal for taking to work, for a picnic, or as a side dish at a barbecue. Thanks to the combination of fresh and preserved vegetables, dairy, and high-quality oils, this salad is not only a visual highlight but also a well-balanced culinary delight. In this detailed recipe, you'll learn how to prepare the salad step by step, along with valuable tips on ingredient selection, variations, serving suggestions, storage advice, and interesting background info on the components. Shopping cart ingredients: serves 3 to 4. For the salad, 300 grams pasta, e.g. Farfalle 100g arugula rocket, 250 grams cherry tomatoes, 50 grams sun-dried tomatoes in oil, 125 grams mozzarella balls, mini mozzarella, 20 grams pine nuts for the dressing, 200 milliliters sieved tomatoes, passata, 2 tablespoon olive oil, or the oil from the sun-dried tomato jar, 2 tablespoon balsamic vinegar, dark, salt and freshly ground black pepper. Woman cook preparation. 1. Prepare the ingredients before you start cooking. It's best to prepare all ingredients in advance. A good mise en place simplifies the process and ensures nothing is forgotten. Pasta. Cook the farfalle in plenty of salted water according to the package instructions until al dente. Make sure not to overcook them. The pasta should retain some bite for the salad. Drain and rinse briefly with cold water to stop the cooking process and prevent sticking. Let it drain thoroughly. Arugula. Wash the arugula thoroughly under cold running water to remove any sand or dirt. Pat dry or use a salad spinner. Remove thick stems if desired. Cherry tomatoes. Wash the cherry tomatoes and cut them in half. This releases a bit of juice and distributes their flavor throughout the salad. Sun-dried tomatoes. Drain the sun-dried tomatoes well and slice them into fine strips. You can use some of the flavorful oil from the jar in the dressing. It adds an intense, rich taste. Mozzarella. Drain the mini mozzarella balls and let them sit for a moment. If they are larger, cut them in halves or quarters depending on your preference. Pine nuts. Toast the pine nuts in a dry pan over medium heat until golden brown. Be careful, they burn quickly. Stir frequently and keep an eye on them. Once they release their aroma and turn golden, remove from the pan and let them cool on a plate. 2. Prepare the dressing. The dressing is the heart of this salad. It brings all the components together and adds depth, freshness, and a well-rounded flavor. Place the sieved tomatoes in a bowl. Add the olive oil, or the oil from the sun-dried tomatoes, and balsamic vinegar. Whisk until smooth and well combined. Season with salt and freshly ground pepper. Optional. Add a pinch of sugar to balance out the acidity of the vinegar and tomatoes, especially if your tomatoes are quite tart. You can also add a sprinkle of Italian herbs such as oregano or basil if desired. 3. Combine all components. Place the cooled pasta in a large bowl. Add the halved cherry tomatoes, sun-dried tomato strips, and mozzarella balls. Top with arugula and pour the prepared dressing over everything. Mix gently to avoid crushing the delicate ingredients. Finally, sprinkle the toasted pine nuts over the salad. They provide a pleasant crunch and a rich, nutty flavor. 4. Serving. You can serve the pasta salad immediately or let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes to allow the flavors to meld more fully. Serve on a large platter or individual plates and garnish with a few fresh basil leaves or extra arugula. A few drops of balsamic glaze make for a visually appealing finish. This salad pairs wonderfully with grilled meat or fish but also makes a satisfying vegetarian main course alongside some fresh baguette. Light bulb tips and variations. Pushpin mozzarella alternatives. Instead of mini mozzarella, try burrata, feta, or goat cheese. Each offers its own unique character to the salad. Pushpin. More veggies. Add grilled zucchini, roasted bell pepper strips, or sautéed eggplant cubes for extra flavor and color. Pushpin protein boost. For a heartier salad, add boiled eggs, grilled chicken breast strips, or chickpeas. Pushpin vegan option. Omit the mozzarella or replace it with a plant-based cheese. All other ingredients are vegan. Ensure your balsamic vinegar is labeled vegan. Pushpin nut-free. If you can't use pine nuts, replace them with roasted sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds. Ice storage and meal prep. This pasta salad is ideal for preparing in advance. Stored in an airtight container, it will keep in the fridge for about 2 days. Note that the arugula may wilt a little. If you prefer it fresh and crisp, add it just before serving. Tip: if the salad seems a little dry after refrigeration, Add a drizzle of olive oil and a splash of vinegar and mix well before serving. Receipt nutritional information, per serving, approximately. The following values are based on 4 servings. Calories, approximately. 480 kilocalories, protein, approximately. 17 grams fat, approximately. 18 grams carbohydrates, approximately. 55 grams fiber, approximately. 5 grams salt, approximately. 1.2 grams seedling sustainability and shopping tips. Tomato use seasonal produce. Choose fresh, locally grown tomatoes when in season. They offer more flavor and a smaller carbon footprint. Cheese wedge cheese from sustainable sources. Look for mozzarella with organic certification or from local producers when possible. Herb grow your own herbs. Fresh basil or arugula from your balcony garden tastes more intense and saves on packaging. Pushpin conclusion: this Mediterranean pasta salad demonstrates how a few thoughtfully selected ingredients can come together to create a flavorful, balanced, and visually appealing dish. Whether as a main course, side, or meal prep option, the combination of fresh vegetables, pasta, creamy cheese, and a rich dressing is always a winner. The preparation is simple, the ingredients are readily available, and the flavors are harmoniously matched. With a few small tweaks, you can easily adapt this salad to your preferences. Enjoy and happy cooking! Classic lasagna with ground beef and crème fraîche. A detailed recipe introduction. Classic lasagna is one of the most beloved dishes in Italian cuisine and has long secured its place in international home cooking. With its many layers of flavorful ground beef, rich and savory tomato sauce, tender lasagna sheets, and a bold finish of crème fraîche and fresh basil, it brings pure comfort food to your plate. This detailed recipe of around 2,000 words will guide you step by step through the preparation of a lasagna that not only impresses in taste but is also a visual delight. We place special emphasis on high-quality ingredients, balanced seasoning, and precise instructions. Ingredients for 4 servings. For the meat sauce: 1 onion, 1 garlic clove, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 500 g ground beef, 2 tablespoon tomato paste, 800 grams canned chopped tomatoes, 800 milliliters beef broth, 1 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon chopped thyme, salt and pepper to taste. Other ingredients: 10 lasagna sheets, pre-cooked or prepared according to package instructions. To serve: 4 tablespoons crème fraîche, fresh basil. Preparation steps: 1. Prepare the ingredients. Start by preparing all the ingredients. Peel the onion and finely dice it. Peel the garlic clove as well and finely chop it or press it through a garlic press. Have the rest of the ingredients ready and within reach. 2. Cook the meat sauce. Heat the olive oil in a large pan or pot over medium heat. Add the onion and sauté for about 3 to 4 minutes until translucent. Then add the garlic and briefly fry it until fragrant. Next, add the ground beef to the pan. Brown it while stirring until it's evenly cooked and crumbly, which takes about 8 to 10 minutes. Make sure there are no large clumps of meat. Now add the tomato paste. Stir it in well and after 1 to 2 minutes, deglaze with the chopped tomatoes and beef broth. Add the oregano and thyme, and season with salt and pepper. Let the sauce simmer uncovered over medium heat for about 30 to 40 minutes so it thickens nicely and the flavors develop. Stir occasionally to prevent the bottom from burning. 3. Prepare the lasagna sheets. Use pre-cooked lasagna sheets or cook them according to the package instructions. Place them on a clean kitchen towel to drain. Make sure they don't stick together. 4. Layer the lasagna. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, top and bottom heat. Take a baking dish, about 30 times 20 centimeters, 12 times 8 inches, and begin with a thin layer of meat sauce on the bottom. Then add a layer of lasagna sheets. Spread another generous portion of meat sauce on top. Repeat this process until all ingredients are used. The top layer should always be sauced to prevent the pasta from drying out. 5. Bake. Cover the baking dish with aluminum foil and bake the lasagna in the preheated oven for about 30 minutes. Then remove the foil and bake for another 10 to 15 minutes, until the surface is lightly browned and the sauce is bubbling hot. 6. Serve. Let the lasagna rest for 5 to 10 minutes after baking so the layers can set. Before serving, top each portion with 1 tablespoon of crème fraîche and garnish with fresh basil. Tips and variations. Vegetarian. Replace the ground beef with lentils or soy granules. Cheese layer. Optionally, you can add some grated cheese between the layers or on top. Seasoning variation. A hint of cinnamon or nutmeg gives the sauce extra depth. Storage and reheating. Lasagna is perfect for preparing in advance and often tastes even better the next day. It keeps in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 days, or frozen for several weeks. Conclusion. This lasagna is a true family dish that stands out with just a few but carefully selected ingredients. It warms both heart and belly and is suitable for everyday meals as well as special occasions. Enjoy your meal.